Bang, let's get it. Marcus Semien, over the last 10 games, 1.5 hit runs and RBI. He's hitting this bitch at 90% of the time. He's hit 8 straight. The bat is on fire. And then the Rangers face off against Kansas City and the Seth Lugo on the mound. Let's see if he has any history. That's crazy. He don't have any history versus Seth Lugo. But the bat is hot. Marcus Semien, his bat has not been hot all season. We was on his under a couple of weeks ago. But as you can see, over the last 10, 1.5 hit runs and RBI, the bitch is hitting at 90%. I'm taking the over. Next, I got Carlos Carrera. Hit runs and RBI, also hitting at 90%. As you can see, it looked like it slowed down. Look how many times. 2-2-2-2-2, 90% over the last 10. Minnesota faces off against the Reds. And it's Abbott with no history. Carlos Carrera take the hot bat. I'm taking over 1.5 hit runs and RBI. And then I got Josh Smith, 1.5 hit runs and RBI at 1.5 over the last 10. It's hitting at 80%. He's hit it in 7 straight. And again, the Rangers play Seth Lugo. Does Seth Lugo have any history against Josh Smith? He does not. I'm right with the hot bat. I'm taking the over 1.5 hit runs and RBI. Yo, Alejandro Kirk, his hitter fantasy score is at 5. Now, you see a couple of pushes there. It's hitting at 80%. He didn't cover in 2 straight. If he was on the list, he would have been taken off. But there is an 80% hit rate at 5 at the hitter fantasy score. Toronto faces off against the Diamondback, and it's Brandon on the mound with no data versus Kirk. Do what you will with that one. I got Bailey Falter under 5.5 hits allowed. Bailey Falter ain't giving up 6 hits. Over the last 10 outings, the under's hitting at 90% of the time. He averages 4 hits allowed per outing. I'm taking Bailey Falter to go under 5.5 hits. And he faces off against the Tigers, right? Without a lot of history versus a ton of batters. Give me Bailey Falter not to give up 6 hits, bitch. Bang, let's get it. I got Brian Reynolds under 1.5 hit runs and RBI. Over the last 10 games, the under's hitting at 80%. The under's hit in 6 straight. And then Pittsburgh, of course, is facing off against Chris Mize. He does have 3 at-bats, batting 1 for 3. But the bat is cold. It looks like Brian Reynolds, the under. Do we think that streak is going? The unders on these streaks, the 90%, 80% under hit runs and RBI, them bitches has not been cashing. Not been cashing. I played 6 straight and them bitches went over. You know what I'm saying? What has been cashing is the over 1.5 hit runs and RBI, but that's neither here nor there. It's baseball. You never fucking know. Hey, Bryce Turan, we used to have him for a home run a couple of times, but over the last 10 games, under 1.5 hit runs and RBI, it's hitting at 80% of the time. All right? The Brew Crew faces off against the Cubs. It's Brown. I don't even know who this pitcher is, but versus Bryce, he got 5 at-bats, batting 200. That's another under. If you're interested. Yo, I've surfed through all the sharp shit. There wasn't a lot. Not at the time of this recording. I'm on Daily Ground Fantasy with it. I'm on Prize Picks and got the data points selected. The game is still going on, but bitch, I got an early route. So I'm going to drop this between my migraines and need to go to sleep for this early route. I'm going to drop this on you and give you what I got. I like their little short videos as long as I get some of the plays out. And matter of fact, I like to bring them bitches back up so somebody want to see them bitches on the side. They look like it's 7 or 8 MLB player props with an 80% hit rate. I'm ReallyRico. You already know. Let's get this dough, bruh. Peace. I'm out.